Really, I had what you could say a normal childhood, no? The drugs nearly killed me.
Is this cancer? Is it not? If it is, how long do I have to live? The main aim of the charity was that a breast screening program be set up because we feel breast screening saves lives. It means detecting cancer at a very early stage, which means a greater likelihood that it can be treated successfully. And we were thrilled when we launched the charity that the then Minister for Health, Ernest Brito, announced the government will be setting up a breast screening program. So already, before the charity had even really started, we knew that our first aim had been taken on board by the government. And again, we successfully lobbied Bonita Trust, who bought a new digital mammography unit for the hospital, and it's still there, in order for the images from the programme to be sent electronically to the UK, which is where they're checked now. So on the whole, that was a very successful lobbying on our part. The other main aim was to dispel sort of fears and taboos surrounding breast cancer. And we achieved that by giving a lot of talks to a lot of women in the workplace, in social clubs and so on. I think by talking about our own experiences and showing people that we had survived, that we were here and that we were here to support them through their own journeys.
And then I started reading books and I started getting interested in that. And apart from the drugs, that was the only thing that actually gave me some kind of motivation in life, because nothing else gave it to me. And for once in my life, I found something that actually thought, you know, this kind of fills that void, even a little bit, but it does. And there was nothing that was able to do that, no, until then. So when I went to Bruce's Farm and I went to the program when I was 20 years old, I found out that there was a lot of similarities between the program and what the ancient traditions in yoga and these philosophies are trying to tell us, which is to feel that happiness and that joy, fix yourself from inside, and then the problems will start to leave you, you know? And that is really what the program is, no? It is a spiritual program. It's not a religious program. It's got nothing to do with religion. It's got to do with how you feel about yourself spiritually, mentally, and emotionally.
Bruce's Farm is nothing to do with religion, as some people might think. It's not a sect. It's just simply a place of hope where we give you your life back. We've got a fantastic team of therapists, of carers, and other professionals up there. And we work very closely with the individual and with the families in helping to deal with the consequences of drug abuse, the consequences of addiction, and how to live without drugs.
For a lot of people, their faith is what gets them through challenging times. I confess to being a really bad Catholic, I'm afraid, or a bad Christian. I don't practice. I'm not very good like that, but I do believe in God. And I suppose my belief in something bigger and stronger and sort of all-encompassing did also help me through my breast cancer.
Spirituality or yoga is always really telling you, no? It's about finding joy in serving others, you know? And funnily enough, the program also says that when you reach the 12 steps, what you have to do is you can only keep what you have and what you've worked on yourself by giving it away and helping other addicts or helping even other people with not just addicts, you know, wherever you can be used as service, just help. And that is, I think, what actually gave me the strength to carry on, you know, when you find that you can be useful to others, and that in itself fills up that void inside. It's part of many other aspects that you need to work on because you keep working on yourself all the time.
I'm so proud of her. You know, 18 years later, she is helping other people to get out of drugs. Not only has she changed mentally and her whole life is service now, but she's even changed physically. Her whole aspect. You know, everybody goes, Maxine, what's happened to you? You look fabulous, you know. It's almost like whole body is lighter. And it just does go to show when you get out of your addictions, when you work with yourself for the betterment of yourself and the human race, there is a healing. And we call that healing love. So it's really important that she learn to love herself, respect herself. And that's how she's grown. And when she learns to respect herself, people respect her too.
For me, it's a great pleasure to see how Maxine has grown as a person over the last decade, you know, from this almost wild animal, and I think she recognizes that, to this spiritual, deep person who she is now, and to see how she's now gone on to help other people.
I think importantly, we were the first charity in now what is a line of charities, I'm very happy to say, that perhaps changed the focus of charity work in Gibraltar. We weren't just about fundraising and flag days and sort of quiet support. We actually were about lobbying, about being a pressure group, about wanting to change and improve the services that existed in Gibraltar. And I'd like to think that other people were inspired by that. And since then, we've seen the Alzheimer and Dementia Group set up a very successful charity. The Prostate Cancer Support Group, again, they have set up a charity along very similar lines to breast cancer support.
I approached Isabel for advice and help, obviously, because we knew nothing about it, and she was fantastic. She gave us all the enthusiasm, she gave us all the advice we wanted. She actually gave us her constitution of the breast cancer support group, a constitution to copy, and we just had to change the name from breast cancer to prostate cancer. If she hadn't given us that support, it would have been very, very difficult to have been at this stage the way we have progressed, the prostate cancer has progressed.
So I hope that if there's one thing we did, apart from supporting women, we did for Gibraltar, was to change the focus of the NGOs in Gibraltar.
I feel very, very proud, very proud. Obviously I'm biased, but I think she's done fabulous work. She's done a lot of good for the community.
Well, whenever anybody is going through the same feelings and emotions and the same problems, you know, well, they call you and they ask how you were managed or you were able to do it, no? And this is how we come into the picture, no? We just show them how we did it and show them how our experience and our journey has been. And we actually show them that there is a way, and we actually make them see that it's possible, no? And just by showing them that we have been able to do it. And we just act as basically motivators in a way, no? For them to actually not lose hope and carry on fighting for the joy and the happiness, you know, and the quality of life.
Just because I'm not involved in the charity, it doesn't mean that the charity doesn't still exist. It still does. There are many vibrant women working with the charity, and they are there for all the women of Gibraltar. So anybody who needs any support, information, advice, Breast Cancer Support Gibraltar is still there. They have a mobile number, 5800 8944. So please don't hesitate to contact them. And in fact, contact me if you like, and I'll put you in the right direction.
Nothing from outside will actually give you the joy and the happiness that I was looking for, no? And that I think initially everybody's looking for at the end of the day. Everybody's looking to be happy and to be peaceful. In my case, I just searched in the wrong place for it, but nowadays I understand that I had to go through that experience to be where I am nowadays, no? But I do understand that there's a lot of information and knowledge that people still don't know how to actually find and do this, you know? And I feel that I can be useful at showing them the way if they want to, because there is a way.